Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Paris, Transylvania. This is kind of like Peglin, at least that's what I got from the Steam page. It just looked interesting. I do kind of like the art style on it, and it does not look Gen AI, so I'm always all over that. So we're going to go ahead and dive on in. Now, this is the demo. It's going to be the first level. It cycles over and over. There's also an editor thing where you can actually just make your own level. So as far as who we're going to choose, it's between Marie Antoinette, Giro, and Frog. We're going for Frog. Why the Frog not? I escaped, but where am I? Well, you're going to start legging it. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Yummy. Oh, a newcomer. I'm Leopold the Gravedigger. Doomed to forever dig graves for the vampires that reign. As I die from my throat just going, nope. Oh, a newcomer. I'm Leopold the Gravedigger, doomed to forever dig graves for the vampires that reign over this horrid land. I'd better start digging your grave already. Anyway, you, Froggy, escaped the grim culinary fate of the kitchen of a fine dining restaurant, took a wrong turn, and ended up in gloomy Transylvania. I can't do voices today for some reason. My throat's just like, nah. Legend has it, an unlikely hero will save our lands. Anyhow, this place is dangerous. Do you want a relic to aid your quest? Sure. Every 4th turn, gain 1 mana. I don't know what the mana is going to do, but this does have a deck building aspect to it, so that might not be a bad one. A monster killed, gain 1 max HP. On monster killed, gain 25 HP. So deck-wise, we currently have on peg hit, deal 10 damage. Randomly flies around, on peg hit, 10 damage. Okay, so those are just peg hit things. Those are our shields for our defense, and then currently shield times 2 on peg hit, deal 10 damage. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So that's like the big thing for the Frog, I'm guessing. How much mana do these cost? 1 each? I'm gonna go with increased max HP. Start growth early, I think. So we have a choice between 2 paths. What do these each have? We have an unknown. We have enemy paths. It looks like this is... Okay, so we actually do have a shop up here. And we have a treasure, and then it's... Ooh, wow. First level is a lot longer than I thought it would be. That's a lot more nodes. So I don't know how long each thing is. We have rests over here on the right. I do think the right path might be the... Well, right path. Because we've got a camp... Oh, we've got another one over here on the left. And what are you? You are just a vampire, and this is just a normal enemy. So vampire versus elite. So there's 2 types of non-standard battles. I think as far as my path goes, we're going to start on the right, go to this unknown. We're going to try and bounce between some of these. We'll see if we actually want to go to the shop early on. Don't know how much money we're going to get, so this seems like the right way to go. Okay, so 550 life. We've got a shield peg. So on peg hit, we gain 3 shield. We have the blue rose for monster killed, gain max HP. It's probably a bit of a trap. Looks like we can choose between our various things. I think it's going to... Oh, that's how much it attacks for. I don't know if it's going to attack every turn. I think we are going to go for... We're going to go for shield first. That way we can play with some doubling. I do think we want to be going for the gold coins as well, but getting a little bit in there is not bad. I don't know what these red ones do. Play more cards until you're out of mana. Okay. And each of these cost 1. So the fly seems like not a terrible option. I'm going to send it over this way. We're getting a little bit of attack in there. Honestly, I think we might be able to just go all attacks. And yeah, this one's on peg hit, deal 10 damage. So I think we go for... Yeah, I want to get as many of those coins as possible. And that's good. Superb, you are great. Yes, I am aware of it. Oh, yes. That took me way longer than it probably should have, but hey, we got started. Got a mint. That heals all vulnerable, weak, and defenseless. We'll take it. We'll take some coin. Did not get another card off of that. That's pretty rare for games like this. Usually they like dumping a card on you every single battle. So that's kind of a interesting and nice change. You're going to be doing... deal 10% more damage. So we if we can kill them on the first turn, we'll be fine. That's 10. Yeah, each of them gets 10 for each thing they bounce on. I think we want to be going left first. Try and get a little bit of the coin. I think green is a refresh. Not quite as much damage as I would have liked. Let's go ahead and... Oh, now it's just going to fly around. Yeah, you do whatever you're going to do. That's going to be enough to kill this guy up front. I was kind of hoping it would fly into some of those coins, but it's not going to. Now, this guy's going to do 50 to 70. So, I think we want to kind of like nuzzle it down here into the middle. Just to get as much defense against this guy as possible. We, oddly enough, did not get our coin, sadly. So we've got enough to block it. End turn. And yes, they do attack every single time. Okie dokie. Kind of sucks for me, but we'll deal with it. And yes, I just want the coins. I am that guy. We're currently sitting at 54. Oh, yeah, 50, we have 1,000 gold coin cap. We're 69 out of 1,000. Can I get into there and get that coin? Yes, I can. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get all the coins on a level. There's probably going to be achievements for it in the final one, but for now, we're doing okay starting out. We'll take some more mints. We do actually have pick a card here, and we have pick a relic. I'm going to take the relic first. Max HP on a monster killed, gain another max HP. After card throw, earn 1 to 5 coins. Oh, it's ball throw. So it's basically free money. Yeah, we'll take free money. And do I want to take any of these? On peg hit, deal 10 damage. Cat appears on peg hit. Chance the cat deals 25 instant damage to a random enemy. Ooh. That's intriguing. I don't know what the chance is. If it's like a decent percent chance, that would actually be really, really good because that's just spamming on them. Mega Eye would let us get more stuff easier because denser pegs means we're just going to hit more stuff on it. I'm going to go for the yarn ball because I want to see how it works. As far as our inventory goes, we are currently sitting on 2 mints. So let's try out one of the unknowns, see what kind of random events this has. Get an odd feeling that it holds a secret. Sure, we'll check it. It's an ambush! Oh no, it's another fight. Whatever will we do? Oh, we got the slopies now. Okay, so a little bit of damage coming in from each of them. I'm going to go ahead and go defensive on this first one because I'm not entirely sure we're not going to just get our butt handed to us. And getting up a decent amount of defense is not a bad thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and toss... Oh, wow, we missed all the coins there. That was unpleasant. And this costs 2, apparently, now. I don't know why that... It said it cost 1 in the previous screen. So we're going to go ahead and grab that coin. Mainly because I want coin. We're not going to be taking lethal damage anyway. They're going to move forward. It's fine. What does this thing do? Lore. Oh, it'll tell us lore about it? Okay, so we actually have lore for each area. That's, funnily enough, a kind of nice little addition, in my opinion. Okay, so, as far as where we want to go, I'm going to go like this. Get myself at least a little bit of defense going there. And then we are going to... hoping get that coin and get a few pegs over here on the right. So we just doubled our shield to 318. That should be enough to block against everything. So I think flies are next. Kind of need a refresh. We have one right there. I don't see any others, though. That extra energy every however many goes does seem like it would be a fairly decent thing, though. Okay, let's go ahead and try... That didn't do a lot of damage, but hey, we got rid of one guy there. Okay, so we now have the cat out. We're at 45 defense. We're going to take damage on this one, unfortunately. What do we have in here? Just the 2 mints? Yeah. Oh, no, we didn't. Sweet. Let's see. I want to go for... I kind of want to go for the green thing there, but I don't think I actually have a good angle on it. I really don't. There we go. That was 9 defense. Well, we're taking damage. I probably should have gone shield first, then apple, but I think we are just gonna go bloop, 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 and hopefully get. We got a little bit of defense off of that. Definitely taking damage though. Ow! Here comes the yarn ball. And I think we should be able to just kill this guy with the apple. That apple did not want to go anywhere even useful. But we're fine. We're at 998. We're not exactly low on life yet. Let's go ahead and take that. On peg hit, deal 15 damage. That's actually stronger when passes through most objects. So that'd be good for triggering some things. Irregular flight path on peg hit, tailed 10 damage. I think we actually want the shuriken. I do need to probably avoid overdoing my deck, though. As far as our path goes, as far as overdoing, I mean overloading it with discards. So I think our path is going to be to the shop to see how expensive things are. And then we actually have a lot of freedom here if we go to the middle one. So yeah, that seems like a good plan to me. Oh, ugh. Actual scary enemies. Okay. Let's go like that. Got us 45 defense. That is not enough. Okay, now as far as the fly goes, yeah, let's just go fly. In the hopes that maybe it kills the guy up front. It did not. Well, we're taking a crap ton of damage now because I am a dumbass. I don't know what's up with the damage output. It seems kind of strange. Let's go like this. I think that should skip around. And we need more defensive stuff is what we need. That's actually kind of pissing me off that we're not getting much in the way of like really good defensive stuff. Yeah, because we're just taking a ton of damage because, one, this area is just like not good for aiming on stuff. And now we have 2 defensive stuff. Lovely. Let's go ahead and try to go down through the middle a little bit. And we will do a second one. Try and refresh that a little bit. So we're up to 87. This should actually protect us at least now. Yeah, 174. And turn, bonk, and bonk. I think we want to go... Do we want to go with that, or do we want to go with just... We don't really have much in the way of choices at the moment. That should hopefully do something, but it didn't. Okay. Yeah, the bouncing feels mildly dirty at the moment. And our card draw is just absolute ass. Because we're either like getting both of the defensive ones in one or both of the, like all of the offensive ones in one. It's just like, okay, this is mildly frustrating. I actually don't like the layout of this map at all. Can I please get... Nope. Apparently, I hit it at an angle that decided it wanted to fly on to next Tuesday. So, fuck me sideways. At least that might maybe block it. Nope. Dealt 80. Okay. Well, let's just get that coin since it's gonna... Oh, no, or apparently not. Okay, fuck me. Yeah, I hate how many curves and bullshit this has in it. Because there just isn't a good angle. It's just like, okay, well, here's 12 defense. Yeah, we might die on this one simply because I am just not getting the layout of this level just absolutely sucks monkey balls. And everything is curved. I fucking hate it. Well, maybe next time I'll be able to get the one green that's underneath all the curved platforms. Yeah, I like games like this. I do think that you have to be careful whenever you're designing levels for it. Otherwise, you're going to run into situations kind of like this where the refresh just isn't there for people to get. And I don't think it's randomly generated. This doesn't feel particularly geared towards that. Yay, we did absolutely horrible on that one. Don't tell me it did great. On Peg, okay, deals the damage ×4 on vampires. No, we're not going to take any of those. Our deck is already bloated. Let's see what's in here. Until one of your Shuriken cards is cursed, replace it with a ghost card. No. Shuriken is the only thing I have that's doing real damage, you jackwits. Is there a way to move this? No, it's always going to be centered. That, if I were to make a recommendation, let me move this. I don't think there is a way to do so. No. Kind of afraid to press left to try and drag it anywhere, but we do not have a defensive option on this one either. Lovely. Okay. Yep, that's totally what I wanted to do. Why weren't those counting as doing anything? Okay, so those just light up. That's actually awful. Well, we got rid of one guy. I mean, we didn't have any defensive options there, so we're going to take damage regardless. Let's see. Our refreshes are both at the freaking bottom. I do like the conveyor system on this. I'm not a big fan of like the placements on it so far. For some reason, I feel like Pegls were a little bit more, not necessarily useful, but interesting. And I kind of wish I could hover over these and see what the different mechanics of each thing was. To see like, oh, this is a normal one. These glow and don't actually bounce, count as extra bounces. These take 1 hit to kill. These take 2 hits to kill. This is your coin. This is a 2 times. This is your refresh. That would be very handy, especially whenever starting out. Have it be an option that you can turn on or off. That would be fine as well. Okay, so it seems like just shooting up is generally going to be the best option here. Unless it just bounces off into fucking Narnia. That doesn't work for me. Can you at least get the coin? Or not? Let's see. Okay, can I get down to that one refresh? This one just feels very just like random chances whether I'm going to be able to get it or not because the bouncing angles are rough. Wow. I mean, that was my fault, but wow. That felt like shit. And I can't just shoot straight down because this one doesn't go away. So I can't get to that 2 times with this pretty much at all. There really isn't like a good way to target down with these. Okay, so here comes Sonny McMoonass. Okay, so I'm gonna go like that. Hopefully refresh a little bit. Then we will do this number. Hopefully get inside there. Yeah, those should, in my opinion, those should count as multiple bounces on each one. It feels mildly dirty that they don't. Just because it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, now it's stuck bouncing between these 97 times. That would actually be a really fun mechanic to be able to take advantage of. But instead, you're just sitting there bouncing in for 0 points. Okay, so do I try and get through there, or do I just try and do as much damage as possible? See, that would have been like a cool thing to be able to do and just get really massive damage by intentionally getting it stuck somewhere, but unfortunately, it did not do this. No things such as these happened. Can we get... Oh, we didn't get a 2-time, but it's fine. I shouldn't get salty over it, but I do still think that... I think Peglin's layouts were a little bit better. Okay, as far as where we want to go, definitely into this one. This one looks actually kind of fun. We've got blue ones. I don't know what their mechanic is. Purple is just it goes away in 1 hit. Green is the annoying... It only bounces once, but it takes forever to go through. Because it doesn't go away until the end of the launch. I think for this one, we're actually just going to go... Cat. Oh, so those are just more durable ones. That's fine. Wow, I'm really surprised we didn't hit that. Okay, so that... I don't like the yarn ball one. It's not enough damage to justify it being 2 cost. So, I don't think I would take that one on a second round. Because now we're... And yeah, we have a vampire coming up as well. Oh! Healing. Lovely. Or, sorry, shields. Equally as lovely. Okay, so that's 51. Not gonna, like, break... Not gonna be able to defend against hardly anything here, sadly. We only have the 1 refresher as well. There's not a good angle to get to it. hoping... Nope. I was hoping that would get to it. But alas, my ass, it did not. And yeah, we might die on this round. I do think there's a lot of potential here. I do not particularly like the layout of the levels, though. Okay, so we got that going. Let's go ahead and try and get a good bounce here. That made zero fucking sense, but okay. Well, go fly go. Do whatever you're gonna do. Yeah, the reason I say that made zero fucking sense is why did it shoot off so far to the left? I don't actually know. And there is no follow-through damage, no trample or anything like that. So you can have a really good one, but if that front enemy has like 2 life, you're pretty much boned. That was a true thing in Peglin too, though, so I can't really hold it too rough on that. I do think that the first level of Peglin was generally a bit more fair, though. Because this is the first zone. So let's go for another shield. Or do we... No, we don't need another shield. We can just go with this. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if the... I guess the bouncing is consistent. But at the same time, it's kind of eh. I think in Peglin, they were a little bit less bouncy. Of course, it has been a long time since I played that. Okay, so can we get the fly? Yes, we can. I really am surprised that didn't just randomly hit one of those sidewall ones. Okay, so now it's just vampire. I think... Yeah, we got an extra mana there somewhere. Let's see. You maybe to like right there? Almost got it in the hole. Wow. Just dodging that coin. Okay, so let's see. Don't really have a good way to just get to that, unfortunately. We have weakness, so we're going to be taking quite a bit of extra damage on here. I need a heal, like, last Tuesday. Okay, can I keep this from just, like, bouncing, like, into some god-awful nowhere? No. Of course not. Well, I didn't really want the 2 times on that one, but fine, we'll take it. And then we are going to go try and get rid of... Nope, we're not going to get anything that I wanted right there. I was kind of hoping to get down to that green. Apply 5 strong. Oh, we have another item. And we finally got some healing. Thank freaking God. Okay, as far as our path goes, I'm going to the shop. I want to see what's here. Secret to everybody. Okay. Hard removal. Get rid of the yarn. Yeah, it still says it's 1 there as well, which is really confusing. Okay, on pick hit, 10% chance to gain 2 shield, 10% chance to deal 10 instant damage to a random enemy. We got a decent amount of money. So I'm not that opposed to this. I can't take the amount of cost on them on face value. Oh, we're 1 gold short of being able to get 2 of these. I should not have removed the card. I just was like knee-jerk reaction there. I think we're going to go for Crucifix. I would like to get more healing, but... So these are actually really good to come into, because that is your deck smoothing. I think we want to go treasure then left. Oh, but we don't have a campfire if we go... We have to go treasure then right to be able to get a campfire. Okay. Well, we're going to be fighting an elite, which is probably going to be the death of us. So we heal all poison, 96 gold. We can pick a relic. On wall hit 1 peg, restore 1 peg. That would actually be good. Or if we got stuck on the wall again, that would actually be excellent. Pumpkin doesn't look bad, but I have a feeling it's not going to be 1 mana. Think we're gonna go pumpkin. And just hope that it is actually... Yeah, we're gonna go pumpkin. We're gonna just hope that it is actually 1 mana. Okay, so I am just gonna go ahead and use the health potion and the candy on this one. Probably shouldn't, but I think we'll be okay. As far as our path through, I don't know what mechanic these have on them. Those are just hard walls, okay. Okay damage there. We've got quite a bit of damage coming in. I'm going to go ahead and chunk this down there and hopefully get that. Nope. Well, that was nowhere near where I wanted. Okay, so 90. This should put us at 180. Not guaranteed to survive, unfortunately, but a chance. Actually, no, we won't. We're going to absolutely take damage on this. I am a dumbass. Okay, so we got a little bit more defense. Do we have anything we can do in here? No, we're not going to do those just yet. This doesn't seem to have a wall, now that I'm looking at it. Mildly. It is only 1. Sweet. These things are really freaking durable, which is mildly disconcerting. Well, it's actually extremely disconcerting, but... I am mildly annoyed that the ×2 is at the very freaking bottom, though. The other one is over here. We could try bouncing off a wall. I don't think it will let us. But yeah, look at the amount of damage we're taking. I hate it. I fucking hate it. So at least we got rid of one of you guys. See if we can get to that green. I don't think we're going to. Nope. So we have 85. I mean, we have to play this. Ricochet like hell. Yeah, I think getting the mana one at the start would have been way better than the extra life one. I was thinking, oh, I'll get more max life, and the first level is going to be easy because it's supposed to cycle and escalate with each one. It doesn't feel like it's escalating later. It feels like it's escalating fucking now. Okay, let's go. Fuck off. This has a hover over. These do not. That's not. I am aware of what that icon means. Thank you. Let's go like that. Not what I wanted. This is not fine. At least we got rid of one of the guys. We might actually survive this one. Maybe. Doubtful, but maybe. And getting to that green is just awful feeling. Yeah, we hit quite a few pegs there, and we got one. Okay, so you... Thank you. And all we have a choice of is apple, so here comes apple. Yeah, I do think that the enemies escalate a little fast. Let's try and get... I'm going to try and get down into this little alcove here. I'm trying to click. Why are you not doing anything? There you go. I failed. I mean, I failed horribly. Just a little bit, but big fail. Okay, so 50 damage. Can we actually get it off of this? I think we can. Yeah, we can. Thank Gouda. So we're going to be able to get to the rest spot. This was a boss fight, so I was expecting to just die there. We got broccoli, we got antidote, got another relic. Start of each combat, gain 120 shield. On peg hit, 5% chance to restore 2 pegs. Not getting enough of any of these to make them really useful, so I'm just going to go with the extra pegs. Clear a straight line. On peg hit, deal 10 damage. On peg hit, deal 10 damage to 2 enemies. Double axe does not seem like a bad one. It's between these two. Laser pointer seems like it might be interesting. We'll go with that. Obviously, we're flooding our deck with just awful stuff, but... 25% HP. Ooh, you are not generous with that game. Usually, in most of these games, it's 50%. You know what? Sure. What's your bet? I'm gonna bet 30 on black. So now it's just a matter of, can we survive this nonsense? Okay, so we've got a Reaper and we've got a Dweller coming up as well. So I think I want to go like a so. I hate that I can't click where the text for the area is. I can't click whenever my mouse is right there. I have to actually move it further down so I have less control over my thing there. Okay, so that got us 339. That's going to defend us for the rest of this round, which is good. I think what I want to do here is be annoyed again that I can't click where the text is. I get that it's because you're... Oh, wow, that was actually awful. I get that it's because they want you to be able to click on this and be like, hey, here's a bit of lore. Move that over here to the left. Because it really does interfere with the gameplay stuff there. This is a demo. That's one reason why I am basically saying this is how I would solve it kind of things. Okay, so we got rid of big guy up front. Laser pointer. Let's see if that actually works how I think it's going to work. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and get some floaties for shields. That gives us enough to block this. That doesn't actually restore it. Guess I'm gonna go with you because you are just better. I wonder, actually, if we got enough of those ones, where is it? Enough of these, I think you could possibly get soft locked. You would need an entire inventory of them. And I don't know if you can get that many duplicates, but... What is this? Lose 10 HP each round for the next 4 rounds. Lovely. Thank you, game. Zero damage. Okay, let's go with... I'm going to try and get that coin there. I can't guarantee it. Hey, we got it! Yay! And I think we actually do survive the hit this round. And we got some gold off of it. Sweet. End turn. Okay, shield-wise... I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that refresh this time. Yeah, it doesn't refresh it at all. That is actually kind of gross. At least we got a refresh on there. We're going to be taking a little bit of damage. It's actually not that bad of damage this turn. Could have been far, far worse. Okay, so as far as the path we want to go on this one... Get you going. Get some defenses going. That gives us enough to not take any death from him, at least. So that means we're free to pretty much just throwing star as best we can. Yes, I know there's people who are going to be like, oh, you're playing this all wrong. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I am enjoying myself. I do think this is actually a fairly fun design on the level. I do think that the positioning of the greens is a little bit rough for level 1. I do think that they should probably be a little bit more generous in the first area. That's one thing that actually I've run into with a number of roguelites, is that they have an issue where early on, they'll often be a lot more difficult than they need to be, when really probably the best route to take whenever you're designing difficulty in a roguelite. First level should be the cathartic setup level, where you're facing off against weak things, you have some RNG to mix up the run, so you have a few choices to kind of mess with. But then whenever you get through level 1, that's whenever the difficulty should ramp up, and level 2 should be, okay, did you set yourself up properly from level 1? Level 1 shouldn't be that difficult. Shouldn't be trying to kill you off. Level 2 is the one that should be trying to say, okay, did you learn what level 1 gave you? And then level 3 is the, okay, now you need a exceptionally solid build to do it. And then as you progress further and further, then it should start getting astronomically difficult to the point where it's probably impossible. At least that's my opinion. On difficulty curve, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with the healing one. Why? Because I can. Are we going to ever actually use it? Probably not. It's 1% chance. So every 100 pegs... Oh, I was hoping we'd actually hit that green in the middle right there and get reasonable defenses there, but I think we'll be okay, believe it or not. They've got the immortal greens. Wow, we are just dodging all around that. Okay, and then I will throw you there to just get the coin, just get it out of the way. Almost killed him. Not quite. We're going to take a bit of damage. Oh, actually, we did take damage on that one. Damn. We almost didn't. Okay, so that's going to give us 81. He's going to go ahead and drop poison on us, which kind of sucks. I think what we want to do is try and get to that refresh, but nope, no such luck. I mean, I could just fire the apple straight at it. We did kill the guy in the front, though, so we shouldn't take damage this turn. Although I haven't been paying close enough attention to see if that poison actually bypasses our nonsense. Okay, so that's 162 defense. The guy in the back scares me, by the way. Oh, wow. Was not expecting that to be quite that bouncy, friend. At least we killed you. Yeah, it seems like different ones actually do have different bounciness as well. Gain 10% additional shield for the next 5 shield. Oh, he's giving himself shield. Okay, this is actually fine. There we go. Then we drop you out. Try and get it in there. Come on, you can. Oh, wow. Okay, bud. Can you get one of the reds? Everything but the reds. This is fine. I don't have patience. If you didn't notice. Okay, so we have 73. We should be able to still block this. I probably actually should have done the lily pad. I think we're fine. I wonder, have we actually gotten any of the heals yet? I'm not entirely sure we have. In fact, I don't think we have. That's high damage, pegs, kills, yada, yada, yada. Continue. We are definitely taking another relic. Every 4th turn, gain 1 mana. That is, I probably should add 1 bounce to the trajectory. That'd actually be kind of handy. Give us a little bit more information, but I think every 4th turn, gain 1 mana is going to be more of an amplifier for us. Current shield to damage on peg hit, gain 10 damage. That one doesn't seem bad, and this one doesn't seem bad. I don't know if this converts the shield to damage, or if the damage you have, I mean, the amount of shield you have is just added to it. So we're going to find out. And shop-wise, we have 549. Okay, so sprouts are good. Yeah, I think we're just going straight relics on this one. Yeah, out of all of these. So, restore 2 pegs, extra damage, and extra mana. Could do another laser pointer, but they don't trigger the other things. I wouldn't mind another lucky horseshoe, but I think we're good with this. Let's try the Vampire Overlord. Oh, now our thing is in the middle here. Doesn't say what he's going to be doing. I think I'm going to do Pumpkin first. Looks like we do have the reset there in case we need it. Oh, that's kind of a cool mechanic. This is pinball. Oh, so that was just a nothing. Okay. And then we'll toss you out. And that gave us enough to survive the first attack from him, at least. End turn. So every fourth turn, we should actually be doing okay. We don't have a shield on this turn, unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna do you first. Wow! Fuck me sideways with a stick. I was way too slow on that one. I'm gonna bounce you off of there. Okay, so we're gonna take 50 to 150 on this one. Think I might go ahead. Use the espresso there. And we are going to go for some shieldage here. Wow. It just goes right down the freaking middle. Fuck. Well, I just can't. I cannot apparently play today. And now I'm tilted because I'm not. So I just didn't press those, which kind of sucks. I hate that it keeps going out to the sides like that. Okay, so this one, we're going to do the fly. I'm just not doing the flappers well. We shouldn't die on this one. Okay, we actually blocked all of it this time. I hate that we're not getting this with any of the shield ones. We have seen it multiple times now. Never got the shield thing. Okay. Why didn't we get our extra mana? Every fourth turn, gain 1 mana. Why are we not getting our extra mana? We didn't have an extra mana last turn. Yes, my eyes just rolled whenever that happened just then. Yeah, we're gonna die simply because we're just not getting good combos on any of these. Okay, that one actually did okay. That got us enough armor to actually mess around with the rest of the stuff. I'm not sure whether these will actually ever work. We'll wait until turn 8 to see if they do. Yeah, sometimes the flies actually do really well on this one. We have an okay chance of winning. At least this one is me just being bad. Oh, and then it does that kind of shit. But yeah, at least this one is me being kind of bad with the flappers instead of a... I actually like the layout of the level on this one. It's an interesting mechanic. Okay, let's go ahead and boom, boom. Yeah, that little skip out there is just ruining me something awful. I guess we're not going to see if it actually gives us the thing. Unless I do more like that. I think I'm just going to do fly and try and be a fly guy. Those actually give us 3 times the amount. It's good. Oh, shit. Okay. Wasn't expecting multiple waves of them. I thought, oh, that's just going to be the boss fight. Nope. Fuck. Oh, and...
No shield from that. What? Why didn't I get any shield from that? Now I'm confused. Yeah, we're on turn 8. We haven't gotten extra mana. So these just do nothing. Good to know. Yeah, he's gonna poison us. Yeah, well, there's no way we're beating this boss. Not whenever it doesn't give me any fucking defense. We could have beaten it, but we're not going to beat it now. Okay, I guess we'll get to learn how the mechanics of that other lovely thing work. Now, the question is, do you eat our shield? You do. Okay. So you're not worth it. So don't grab the shell thing anymore. But yeah, we died this turn, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. We actually won it with a really good... Okay. Oh, I don't know what's up with the books. They don't work. So that's demo thing. It'll probably be fixed. Oh, Vampire Overlord heart. Heal 100%. Sweet. Pick a card. Any card. These actually display their cost, right? 30 damage. Deal 100 damage to 3 enemies. I mean, sorry, 10 damage to 3 enemies. Honestly, I think Cake seems interesting, but I'm not going to take either of them. I guess Evil Eye is probably where we want to be going there, considering the books just don't seem to do anything. That really does disconcert me that the books just do not do anything. And then it's, yeah, through the same levels again. Okay, let's try some more. It was an hour for the first little bit. That's fine. We'll see how far we can go. I'm going to get to the shop. Okay, so we've got 1,060 life. No follow-ups. Doing 80 to 100. We actually recognize this layout, so that adds credence to the idea that these are all fixed layouts. Okay, so that was 51. We throw you next. And then we do... We actually have a good laser pointer. We do not. I think we just do apple then. A very, very, very bouncy apple. And that should be us resisting this. And then we just toss you down in there and hopefully get enough for a kill. There you go. And we get another relic. I don't know if there's a limit on the number of relics we can have. Hopefully it lets me remove some of them. We're going to go with... We're going to go with the healing one. I do want the picks as well, but... We'll see how it goes. But if the books aren't working, we're not going to spend money on that. Grab you and... I don't know if we actually... Yeah, it'll show all of our relics. So we can have stuff below the fold. So we have a chance of healing every... I think we have a 3% chance. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We have a 3% chance of healing every single time. Of course, we're dead this round. Unless we use this. Yeah, we pretty much had to use that at the moment. Otherwise, there's nothing we could do about it. Okay, so we'll go in on the star. This seems more like the layout you'd have at the start. Not a lot of random stuff on the either side, just... He's going to do up to 190. But yeah, not a lot of like random stuff blocking your things, just destructibles and big coin in the middle, that kind of stuff. This seems like what you'd have on a level 1. And yes, we are actually doing pretty well on the money front right now, which makes me very, very, very happy. And that gets us money there, and this should be lethal. Like, regardless, it should be lethal. Oh, and another relic. Nice. I think I'm going to do the shield one because the mana ones just aren't working for us right now. I think there might be something that's preventing us from going above a certain amount of mana. So we go ahead and loop in. Got us plenty of shield for this. I could probably kill something with this, but I'm not going to go that route. In that, I could have probably done that followed by the shell thing to just guarantee a kill. I don't think that's really what we want to be doing. Okay, so Mr. Tentacle's coming in after him. Man, how I would have loved to have 10% of that stuck over from a turn. Well, that was the exact opposite of what we usually got. Okay, so 58 there. Can I get the refresh there? Probably not. We'll see if we get lucky with it. Nope. Unfortunately, we did not. Ow, my face. There we go. There's some refreshes for us. And do we go for a kill on you or do we go for a shield? I think we go for the kill. And then we send you over here to be pretty fly for a fly guy. Lovely. Okay, so this one is we just need to do the damage. It is just a matter of get it in there. Okay, and we got a healing potion from that. That's a good thing to get. Yeah, these are feeling more like the levels you should have had at the very beginning, rather than what we did have. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, because we don't have any... We have, like, a couple of the greens. We have them interspersed in there. Which is just not a problem at all. Okay, so bouncies... Okay, that got us 90. Not quite enough to fully block it, but it's a start. That was a number of good refreshes there. So we're pretty much set on that. I'm going to go ahead and laser through the middle here and get that coin. Why? Because I can. I think for you, I'm going to go at a bit of an angle there. Got us 40 shield. Not as much as I would have liked from that. So we're taking damage now. This is okay. Now we have the real problem out. Especially since we don't have any shield on this turn. So we need a refresher. How did we get the refresh on that one? I think it might have just been because of the wall hit. Okay, so we're definitely taking damage on this. It's just not as much. Okay, so we should get this inside. Nope, we didn't even get it close. Yeah, getting the spyglass would be kind of nice. At least it's just a zombie. Okay, so you can give us an extra 40. And then I think we go for something kind of like there. I had the right idea. Wrong placement, but we still got the kill. I'll take more items. Any interesting cards? D4. Peg hit deals 0, 10, 20, or 30 damage. Embrace RNG. No. I will never embrace RNG because RNG Jesus hates me. If you guys didn't know. Oh, this one's a cool one. I actually like this. Man, our first zone was absolutely cruel on the levels, and now this one's like, here's some cool shit to play with. Why is the dumping ground so much better than the other one? Either way, it's fine. We don't have any defensive boosts. They're gonna do so much damage. Okay, let's go ahead and bloop. It was decent. We'll go ahead and drop this guy out. Didn't quite get... Oh. Where did the, like, random extra apple come from? Don't know where the extra apple came from. I'm not gonna complain. It's an apple. I think it might have been because we hit that. Yeah, hitting the wall will randomly hit pegs. Okay, so that got us enough defense to block this guy. Not that we can't just do more defense with the pumpkin head. And then we do our own apple. Hey, apple! Am I gonna start that in the comments? Hey, apple. For those that don't know what that is, not early YouTube, but kind of like mid-ish YouTube. Because that was around the time of things like Filthy Frank, and I'm trying to think who else. Each time you land on that, it causes another thing to drop. Okay, so wormy apples are a thing. That works. Only money, I say, as we have 250 whatever again. I'll sell you one of your cards. I will sell you one of your cards to me for a negative cost. You want to buy a card? You want to sell a card or not? Sure. I am going to sell... I'm actually going to sell the spiky seashell. Mainly because it's just thickening our deck unnecessarily. Okay, so we got a few more greens here. We've got the bat shape again. We've seen this one before. So I am going to go... bonk. I do wonder if each hit of one of those green ones counts as a bounce for respawning stuff or not. Got 114 coming in. Was a refresh. Let's do Shuriken into the nook of the bat. Okay, that's not too bad of an opener. We're gonna get poisoned still. This is fine. We go into that nook of the bat. It gives us 120 defense, which is more than what we need. I'm going to go through that, do a little bit of damage there, then we do the pumpkin. Maybe clear a path to the green there. Didn't quite clear a path to the green there, but we're going to kill this guy. Okay, so that got us 54 defense. Ooh, we are not doing well on defense right now. That's a 94. I'm hoping we could... Nope, didn't even come close to it. Shit. I was hoping we'd be able to get bouncing around in there and get that green, but nope. Oh, he was giving himself a shield anyway. Okay. Okay, so that works. I'll take more items, pick a card, anything good in there. We do have another lily pad. Lily pads are doing a lot of work for us, and that would let us get rid of like the apples in exchange for it. That right there, if you built towards it, would be really strong. But I'm going to take lily pads instead of other nonsense. And I do think we want to just go up and get a rest as well. We're not hurt. Do I want any of these pumpkins? Not bad. We would have to hit, what, 15 pegs or something like that? A little bit less than that to actually get a combination of that. We'll just take another relic. Chance to restore 2 pegs. Monsters spawn with 1 poison. Shop discount would be very, very nice, but I think we're actually going to go for sprouts. We want pegs spawning more pegs. I'm gonna go for loot on this one. Ew! Okay, not taking loot next time. Has it ever not been an ambush? What's this level again? God damn it. Let's go for blip blip blip. Well, that gave us enough defense against these guys. Okay, now if I can get this one... I don't know if we're going to have a very easy time getting down to the green down there, unfortunately. We're going to try. Okay, so that got us 30. This will get us up to 60. Ah, come on, let me have it, please. Okay, can I get you? Yes. Didn't end up killing him. He's not going to actually damage us either. So we're on turn 3 now. We're probably going to see turn 4. Do we get extra mana from it? Probably not. Okay, so it got us up to 228, so now we're not going to take damage from those. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually... not really a great one, but we did get an extra 100 damage off of it. So next turn we should be able to see... Yeah, we don't get any extra mana. So I legitimately don't know how those books are supposed to work. Okay, we're going to bounce off of you and hopefully get a couple. Puts us up to 94. Yeah, we should avoid taking any damage from this. Yeah, we just don't have any mana. Can I actually... Do I have to click on them or something? Nope, it's every 4th turn. End turn. Yeah, they just don't do anything. So if you play the demo of this, just realize you're not getting anything from that. Is he going to get the green? Probably not. Did start softening all this up for us. Because, yeah, we're at turn 5 now. We still have yet to see it happen once. And now you bounce over there, and hopefully we kill this guy. And we might have gotten a bad one there, but it wasn't terrible. Got another angry, another protected, and we got another relic. They're handing out the relics a lot. Adds the monster Gary to every battle. What? Curse of Gary. I think we're going to go for Vampire Fangs. Get them heals going. Okay. I think we go shop on this one. Accelerate our econ. On attack, just straight up deal 30 damage. It is literally just, here's a baseball bat. I'm gonna go Evil Eye, Field, Bounce Trajectory, and remove a card. We like the lilies. We like the pumpkins. Think we're going to be getting rid of one of the pet flies. Actually, the laser pointer does not do a lot for us. It gets us coins, but eh. I think that is... We could do one more. I'll go like that. Definitely deck thinning. And I think we go regular enemy elite to shop. Okay, so you go through that nonsense. Then we do it again. And yeah, now we actually have more Peglin style dots as well, now that I am seeing that. Okay, so we'll send you through the loop. And then we send you through this loop. We send you through this loop. We all of a sudden are a lot more potent. Significantly more potent. Even another relic on top of that. Oh, nice. We're going to go for more HP on kill. Now our relic pool is doing pretty nice. It does seem to like shuffle itself though. So we get 50 HP on each enemy kill. I need more sprouts is what I want. I want more sprouts and more clovers. Because having a ton of sprouts means that we're just going to keep ourselves. We don't need the refresh things, but... And yeah, that last map was just easy. This one, not gonna be. There's 111. There's 222. Okay, so 444 defense. I'm good with that. Probably want to get some more card removal going. Especially since we have 3 of those bastards in there. We have pretty good refresh on the pips, though. So I'm not too bothered by that. I'm going to go like that. Puts us up to 232. So we drop you in and try. $464. That actually should protect us. Unless everything gets the top roll. In fact, we might end up not using our shuriken that much anymore. So there's one. That's one hell of a bounce out to the side there. There's 262. So we just drop you in. And it will definitely kill the first guy. And yeah, we just kind of chew through them like this. I'm liking the lily pads. The lily pads combined with the shields is doing a decent amount of work. This one we might take damage on. Because we don't have a scaling shield. I do find it interesting. It does show this stuff whenever it triggers. We should have, yeah, just restoring pegs going on quite a bit. I do think we're doing okay. Not the direction I wanted. Shit. We're taking damage on this one. It's fine. Whatever will I do besides just do more shielding? We still don't quite hit the hard limit there. On restoration, that is. We do restore some pegs, but not quite enough for it to be just completely bonkers. I was hoping it would hit the red in there and get doubled. That we would actually have decent defense off of it, but it's fine. Okay, so 430. It's coming in for 140. We should be able to block this one. Just by the simple fact of playing this. So any damage we do is just icing on the cake. I really wish those every 4 turns things actually worked. And yeah, if we had more sprouts, I wouldn't even have to like worry about hitting the green spots. As it stands right now, we don't have to worry about it, but it does make life easier whenever we do. Phoenix Feather, restore the board, and we get yet another relic. On attack, deal 25 damage to all enemies. That is a trap item. Because enemies have thousands of life. Well, 1,000 plus. That's not going to do anything for us. So let's go do Evil Eye. More damage on each peg hit. Always welcome. Do I go for the Sprout or do I go for the card removal? Make us have, like, the God Chain. On peg hit, a 5% chance of additional peg hit as well. Hand fans would work out well for us. We basically have roughly a 3% chance of Ancient Runes proccing as well. Huh. I think I pushed the Sprout. Out of all of these, this one would be nice to start going into, though. Or we can just streamline our deck. I'm going to be risky. I'm going to actually streamline my deck. There we go. I want those, but now that we are streamlined, oh, I completely forgot we have a whole mechanic on this. My dumb ass. We have a chance of taking 10 damage. Okay. That's actually awful. Okay, so 63. Well, that sucks. Man, if only I'd gotten this pattern on one of the shields. So we have a slight chance of taking 4 damage. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot better this time. My reflexes on getting those other things up, not as good. I do think we just go double-double now. That one just like, spike. Just let it get into a good position. It should be okay damage. We're doing okay. Got all the blocking going. That wasn't all the blocking. So 69, we're probably going to take damage on this one. This is fine. We actually have decent passive healing as well. So no, we're not actually going to take damage on this one because we got nice little bounces on you. Okay. I'm much happier with our deck now that we're in World 2. And I have not become well, I say I've not become a complete dumbass, and then I do that. Oh, ballsack. Okay, 440. We've got enough to block him. I think on his next stage, we might actually have a little bit of a challenge. But for now, I think we're okay. Okay, so there's 147. And I think we have lethal on this form, but he's got another form coming up next time. On Dragon Ball Z! Yep, there. It doesn't even flow the damage over. It doesn't even do, like, the wild shape life rollover thing. You bastards. Okay, let's go ahead and just get as many little hits on the green one as possible. It's actually better to hit the green one than it is to hit any other peg on screen for us. Because that just provides extra shield at a way higher rate than any of the other things. And yes, I was too slow on that. So we only dealt 400 damage on our first turn. Deck thinning, very important. Okay, so 87 on that. Not perfect. Even worse. Yeah, and he's applying poison to me. So I need to be actually doing, you know, real damage to him. I think this is going to actually be a good swing at him. At 1260. I don't know how it's going to be escalating on each of these. I should have probably written down how much life he has and seen how we could do from there. Okay, let's go ahead and do another one. Not that we need the extra defense, but I want to be... at least have a comfort level. Yeah, I should have actually done 2 lily pads after that first one. I mean, we are doing a bit of damage each time we hit something with this, so it's not like we're not doing damage. It's just we would have done more with the lily pad. Because it has the same chance of doing these. I like how we don't have to hit this to refresh this. We have enough refresh that we're just bouncing off those big boys enough that just restores the entire field. Well, that was bad reflexes on my part. How much shield did we have? Like 1,400 something? And I think it's all lily pads on this one. Because we're already at 120 on us. And that's before we actually finished the attack. So yeah, it's all lily pads.
Well, that one was kind of ass.
Let's try another one. We only need to do 990 damage. Which is kind of... I clicked the wrong one. 160 OA. We might actually kill him getting shields this next time. But now that we're completely deck smoothed, I don't think we even necessarily want to be picking up additional cards. Fuck me. Well, that was me being greedy there. Oh, and he dies before we even get to do the attack. Okie dokie. Salt Shaker gained 200 shield. Got the poison antidote. Pick a card, any of these. And that one's actually not bad. It's probably heavy, though. On Peg hit, deal 2 damage. I don't think we screw with the formula, but that's finally something interesting for us. We're not going to take it, though. Let's go with pickaxes. Restore our pegs. And yeah, we'll do to the end of this one and just kind of keep on trucking. Because I don't think we necessarily need to do 27 runs through the same fight. It is only the first stage available right now. But after a rough start, we became pretty much immortal. Provided we're not complete dumbasses. Although we haven't been to a dedicated vampire one yet. So I think we actually do just go up the right-hand side and just go straight for it. We have a shop anywhere in here? We do not have a shop. Not that I'm seeing, at least. Yeah, no shops on this level. That sucks. Oh, and we start with this. You assholes. Okay, thank you for more than enough defense. Let's go for getting 2 of those again. Well, I was hoping we'd actually get, some more bounces out of that, but it's fine. Now I need to get the one that causes 10% to carry over. Then we'll start being actually kind of broken. There's 60. And yeah, I need to probably be bouncing off the wall a little bit on this one. That might be the strategy. Okay, so there's 81. 2 doubles should do it. Let's go ahead and go like that. Okay, easy enough first round. Got ourselves a little bit of candy in there as well. How are we looking on our inventory, though? Just completely filled with stuff. We have, what, 400, 500 life restore, and a 100% one there. What do you have to tell us? Sure. You'll meet love in this world or the next. Let's go with... Let's just go with a baseball bat. Extra damage every time. Seems reasonable. There's our shield bouncing like wildfire. And I think, do we... No, we do these guys. I was debating whether to do another shield or not. I don't think shield would have been the right play. And I think if they're purple, like they're one hit away from being gone, I don't think they'll actually restore whenever we run into stuff. So we can't keep it completely topped off, I don't think, but we can do okay. And that trajectory, it lied to me. And get into that star. Yeah, with the first few levels on each one are just relatively easy to deal with. On deal a new hand of cards, deal 100 damage to all enemies, increase wallet by 1,000, or on peg, 10% chance. We're gonna start grabbing the shield one. Why wouldn't? Oh, this is like the most generic peg level. Okay. Sure. It is like the default peg level. With them restoring, should actually be pretty solid. Come on, get a several in there. Thank you. Kill off the big guy starting out. I do need to get the one that causes it to carry over, though. That's interesting. That's actually a good addition, my guy. I wholeheartedly appreciate that. That is a good one. If it's stuck and you can click on it, it respawns and like resets everything. That's good. Good job, my friends. You have done well. That's actually something I was mildly afraid of. I could see us eventually hitting a point where we just have never-ending bounces, though, on some of these maps. That said, the way we're set up, the stage ends as soon as it hits the bottom, so... I don't think it'll end whenever they are just picked to death slightly. So yeah, we could soft lock that way. So maybe if they include something whenever all enemies are at 0 life, it just ends the level. That would actually prevent a soft lock in our situation. If someone didn't have the damage on peg hit thing, then it wouldn't. We get another relic. Which one do we get now? Kill on heal. Yeah, we're just going to take the 25 HP on kill. That way we can stay topped off a lot easier in case we have a borked up round. Don't think we're going to have too many borked up rounds, though. Unless we do shit like that. Do we care more about the money than we care about killing enemies? Yes. At this point, kind of yes. Coins are our friends. And in turn, they're gonna yeah, they're just gonna do crap to us. It's fine. Okay, so that got us a decent amount of shield. So now it's time to just start murderizing as much as we can. Now, does the bouncing after we've hit a double actually double the damage that does? I have not been looking at them, so somebody looks at it whenever it's doing that. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. It still does just 10 damage. Now, obviously, when the enemies start dealing thousands of damage, we're kind of boned. Because we're not quite... Unless we get some way to upgrade our cards, we're not going to be able to keep up with that. Okay, so you're coming in for 100. That means that we don't need to worry about jack squat. Honestly, I think our pumpkin might be less useful now. So we might be able to get rid of that as well. Go down to 4 cards. That said, the pumpkin is mostly there to deal with me being a dumbass. So it's just like a guaranteed... Yeah, it's just a guaranteed 40 block. Well, that was a good level. Bye, Fiend. Hey, we hit our high damage count there. High shield? I'm slightly curious as to why this says our highest shield was 429. Pretty sure our highest shield was 1,000 plus. 20% chance to spawn another popcorn. We could take that instead of... No, never mind. No. It costing 2 mana is the problem there. As far as our path goes... think we want to go up the right side so we run into the vampires. So I'm just going to go after the unknown and then go back up to the right. Have a peek. Drop a coin to make a wish. And another relic. Nice. Well, 10% of shield to the next round. Going for it. Ooh, and it's this level. One I formerly hated, and now that I actually have regeneration, it's not so bad. This is like a really good example of what would be a good second zone. 1. For those of you that are wondering, when I was talking about how, oh, if you have level 1 areas, level 2 areas, kind of stuff like that. This is a good level 2 area. I swear, every single time it goes over there on the right, my brain just says, it's hitting them. The actual ball is hitting them, not the fact that it's bouncing off the wall and doing damage to them. So there's 234. We might actually take damage on this one. I don't know. I don't think so, but we might. Nah, we're not gonna. So we've just become a lot stronger by being able to escalate the shield to the next round. It's only 10% that goes, but... I do think it would be nice to have more peg options as well. Because right now, we don't really have that much in the way of peg types. I think we've seen pretty much all of them. So there's only so much that we can get out of it, really. So 808, end turn, bonk. Yeah, against the final boss of this area, we're going to be seeing a lot more. We got another healing relic, not healing relic, healing item. Curse of Gary. This allows you to heal off the enemies, I think. Because I have a feeling Gary just does nothing. We're going to grab him. We're going to see what he is. Since this is our last round, I mean, we could go to infinity and beyond, but this is actually a new layout. Intriguing. And there's 2 Garys. Sweet. Okay, so there's 65 shield. Go and take full advantage of this. Okay, so 272. Shouldn't really be feeling any of this. Oh, Gary does actually attack. So Gary is literally just a curse of Gary. I mean, I know it said he was a curse, but I was hoping it would, like, maybe give us something interesting from it. Rather than just there being 2 Garys. And now Gary does real damage? Because Gary's a jackass? So 136. We might actually take damage on this one. If we do it, yeah, he didn't do full damage on us. Oh no, he's just doing shields right now. That is actually fine by me. Gary being a shield jerk is not as big of a problem. There's one Gary down. Now for the other Gary. Is all you do is just block Gary? If so, I am actually fine with this. I should probably get rid of Gary. But we'll see. Treasure chest, what do you have? Antidote, pick a card, any card. None of those are particular. Poisoned is not bad. Especially if we got a whole bunch of it. There's more of our restore pegs. Yeah, we want to go up the right side. Although we could go like this. Yeah, I think we're going to go like this so we can get rid of Gary. Gary mildly irritating. Got a nice little heart on this level. Aw. How cute. And now, the last one. Really am surprised we've just been like, okay, there we go. Super dodging that red one. Just like, nah. No reds. Okay, got that running. He's only going to do 160, so it's not like we really need to go complete ham on a lot of this stuff. I'm just glad there's not a lot of green dots on this one that just linger like a bad fart. Okay, 135. Yeah, we shouldn't have a problem with pretty much anything here. Especially if Gary is really just giving himself shields. Yeah, we're just tank mode right now. So you go onto that. Got us a little bit of shield. Yeah, pretty much if we hit one of those, we're fairly well set, oddly enough. And yeah, our damage per little ping thing does tend to take out Gary's shield well enough. Too bad our damage bonus does not apply to the rest of that stuff. Relic-wise, maybe Gary gives us more relics as well. I think we're going to go Brass Knuckles. Because we deal a new hand every single time. Card removal. Where are you, Gary? I'm sorry, Gary. Think we're good. And now we go up after the vampires. Sure, sounds fun. Let's go ahead and wager. Let's do 80. Go after the vampire. Okay, only a little bit of shield on that one. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and get a little bit more there. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit of damage on this one. This should be fine, but... Oh, actually, we're not going to take a little bit of damage on it because of that. Okay, go ahead and drop you. Then we just double up once. And we're good. Wow. We are really good at just dodging coins at the moment. Come at me, bros. Literally just aiming at coin now. Well, that's all the defense in the world. Maybe the defense amount that it has on the end screen is the amount you've gotten in one cast of the items. Not in just like how much you've had at one time. Okay, end turn. We're going to keep, what, 349 defense? So I think we just double. Nah, we're gonna go for this. Because we only have 2 of the lily pads. I might get another lily pad and replace the pumpkin with it. That or replace one of the shields with it, maybe? But if we have like a bad shield cast, we want that other shield. Okay, so there's our defense there. Just chuck it straight up in the air, see what happens. Probably nothing great, but he's still dead anyway. Card-wise... oh, that's a crit one. That's whenever you're on low life, just stay at 1 life and deal shit tons of damage. So if we had 1,000, that'd be 500 damage per peg hit if we had all of our life down. These are getting more interesting. I'm not going to take them, though. I'm going to go more Sprout. Constantly restore everything. Oh. It's Arachnoid. Arachnoid, sorry, not Arachnoid. Arachnoid would be spiders. If we kill them with the shield, I will be very upset. And I mean, we have enough defense, so I'm bad at Arachnoid, by the way, for those of you who are curious and didn't realize it just yet. We are just really dodging those reds. Okay, so there's one of you guys down. Don't think we need to worry about shield for a while. We just kind of like caught that one and chucked it down. So I think as far as this is concerned, we should... yeah, this should be lethal, whether we catch it or not. I do wonder how small our little paddle will get. Maybe I should have shot it straight up and just kind of bounce it back and forth really fast to see if it just eventually disappears. No, none of those are particularly great. So Arachnoid on these guys is interesting. I think we want to go after the elite on this one, though. The elite, while it's a worse map for us, we've already seen what the vampire ones are now. There's 61 defense. Not enough to keep us completely safe, but better than a sharp stick in the eye. Now we double it again. $254 should survive a hit. Here comes the last guy. This is going to be a crap ton of damage. Crap ton of damage. Okay, so 60. Think I am better off just trying to do as much damage on this one as possible, because we're probably gonna take damage on this one. $264. Yeah, we're gonna take damage on this one. Oh no! Oh, my face! You bastards! Who done bastarded in my face? There's 97. That's what we want whenever we get the openers with that. Double that twice, and we should be able to survive most of the things we're going to run across in here. And yes, oh, we're actually full on gold now. I did not realize that. We used up pretty much all of our gold, and we're already back up to full. Yeah, we don't have room for the extra gold there, unfortunately, so your little gold spot down there just does nothing for me. Maybe I should get the gold cap up one next. If we see it again, I'll take it, but I didn't think we'd hit 1,000. I think we'd hit enough shops to not have that problem. Unfortunately. We go for an additional peg hit. Egg hit. There we go. Let's see. Does this vampire overlord actually cause any vampire problems? Probably. Wow. Well, I just derped up at the very start there. This is a rough open. We're at 100. Oh, he didn't even damage us. Okay. Let's see if we can rectify ourselves. There's 57. And 2 of these should put us at high enough to... Especially if we can hit the green even once. Man, I need to get better at that. He does have more life. And he is doing more damage. So it is escalating. And I do think that we would eventually hit a point where we just weren't able to keep up with it. I do like that we are doing a good bit of damage even whenever we do the shield out, because of our percent chance to just do damage randomly. We just spike it on ourselves. This is fine. There's going to be people who... this was true of Peglin as well, who are just like so good at this type of game that they don't even have to like think twice about where they're aiming. It's just spam it out and go. And you people are wild for that. Me, I've been doing this for 2 hours now. It's been forever since I did Peglin last. I can't remember whether it was a demo of Peglin that I tried or whether it was the full version, sadly. I think it might have just been a demo. I don't remember playing it for a huge amount of time. I never released a video on it. But... well, that's not what the line predicted. But yeah, if you want a game that's released that's kind of like this, Peglin is a good pick. There's a few videos of people breaking it as well. with like a no-ball Peglin and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. I think that might have been what's his face? Yorkshire tea guy. My brain has completely forgotten his name. Spiffing Brit. There we go. Kept wanting to call him the other Brit that actually inspired me to get started on YouTube, and I know that's not the case because he's far too cynical. Oh, he was. Rest in peace. Oh, that was an awful throw by me, but at least we're not going to die from this. Yeah, I think the poison does just hit our shield before the shield goes away, which is good. And my reflexes are shot after 2 hours. My reflexes are bad to begin with. Throwing in exhaustion on that. On top of it is a challenge! Oh yeah, keep bouncing between those two. Make it so I don't actually have to do this. Oh, end turn. I really wish our mana ones worked, because then we'd be able to, every 4th turn, burn through our entire hand. Unless I'm misunderstanding how those mana ones are supposed to work. And it's like on the 4th ball or something? I don't know. I don't think so. Because then there'd be more things that actually give us mana. You'd actually want to be going for like the mana balls. Which there is a mana ball we've seen once. If I would have actually gotten that up in time, we would have done decent damage. But I did not. And yes, I am trying to concentrate a little bit. It ain't helping. I'm not a high APM player in pretty much any game, unfortunately. So it's not something that you're going to really see me do a lot of. Yeah, I come from action RPGs as like my main channel's biggest growth source. Before that, it was TCGs for a reason. If you're ever wondering why I get into deck builders, I like TCGs. Although I find most modern TCGs either too RNG, kind of like Hearthstone or Hearthstone, depending on which preference you decide to have this week. I find them either too RNG focused like that, or I find them to be a little bit predatory to an extent. In like their pricing models and stuff like that. They have, yeah, they may be the origin of kind of like the gacha mechanics of in gaming, at least. Not in general. There's been gachas for ages, but because gambling. But oh, that was a bad one. But yeah, they were like the big start of what are you gonna get in games? Okay, and this should kill him unless we just do absolutely heinous. And yes, I'm trying to get ahead on recording because I got behind on recording. For those of you wondering, my time is still not free, so I don't know when streams are going to get back to being regular. But they will get there soon, hopefully.
Continue.
And we got even more stuff. We'll take the coins, even though we can't actually put them anywhere. I probably should have taken this first. Horseshoe, why not? And yeah, it's just going to keep looting like this, looping like this. Can I actually go back to the main menu and still continue? I don't think so from here. I am slightly curious what happens when we lose, but a lot of the meta progression and stuff like that's not in this yet. If there even is any. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. We do have a shop halfway up here that we can go for. We need to spend our money. But I don't think much is going to change as we move further in. They're just going to get tougher. I definitely recommend trying this if you were into Peglin, or if you definitely if you're into Peglin, or if you're into any kind of other, even deck builder would be interesting to try this on, although you have to get used to aiming. We have more than enough healing to like go on for freaking ever, sadly, because we have enough normal healing for that, as well as enough, because we have 2 vampire overlord hearts and 1 regular vampire heart, so that's 250%. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.